Extra, extra, Leo, read all about it. This reading is all about you. There's a new reading every single week. So please click subscribe and ring that bell and you'll know exactly when I upload all your favorite content. This probably is your sun sign, but Leo, I always encourage you to check out your moon and rising sign too, because sometimes they resonate more. There's an extended reading always. So that is a full tarot card spread that articulates and draws out details and specifics from the energies we pick up on here. It also includes a romance specific reading, romance and relationship specific advice. So please do join me after this video. I do personal readings. Email me at bornwithoutboundaries@gmail.com to get the ball rolling, and check out the info in the description box to make sure that they're right for you. And please do join me on Instagram. Every single Monday through Thursday, I do a live reading over on Instagram, born_without_boundaries over on Instagram. Okay, Leo, let's get into your crowning energy. The crowning energy is the energy that's basically impacting and influencing all other energies. The central energy is the major challenges, really. And then the last but not least is your grounding energy, which is essentially, Leo, your way through what's going to hold you down and be your strength. This is your energy. This is your crowning energy. So you have been working very, very hard on something, and that's how you get sweet results. The only way you get honey is by hardworking bees. That's it. But now it's finally starting to come to fruition. But look what it came out with. These are two really interesting cards because this is Leo energy and Scorpionic energy. Now, you can be dealing with a Scorpio. You could have been working on things and fighting for your relationship for a long time. There is a sense of maybe finally making a breakthrough. And that breakthrough, though, doesn't come with the hard work. It comes with the releasing and letting go. There is a sense of something is nagging at your heart. It's hurting you. Maybe because you've been working really hard and there's still pain and there's still suffering there. There is something that you could say worry. It's not necessarily fear, but it is something that you've been holding on to. Think that Plutonic energy. Think of groundhog energy. They crawl underneath, right, the ground. They rule the dreams and the underworld. They maybe are privy to things that you thought you buried. And you worked very, very hard to bury something, and it's bothering you. It's like the telltale heart. Think of that story by Edgar Allan Poe. How there was something that they thought they buried, they thought they put away, and they didn't. It just keeps coming up. And that's because they did work around it, and they did work on top of it, but they didn't dig underneath to get out any kind of deterioration or poison that was beneath the surface. This is a sense of building your hive on an ant farm. It's like something else already lived there. And now there's a conflict and there's a clash. There's a sense of, but it's almost like two factions fighting for the same thing, you know? It's like, think of the network of groundhog underneath and then the hive of the bee on top. There is a sense, but groundhog spends a lot of time alone and bee works in conjunction. So there is a conflict here of basically who you want to be and how you want to live your life. These are really contrasting energies. Sweet results await when you work with people, when you allow people to be a part of the team. Time to let go of whatever is hurting you so much you want to isolate yourself. Let's get into the rest of the reading, Leo, because this is almost like a lead-in to whatever else is going on. Yeah. For all your hard work, there's still something bothering you. Let it shine. This is more Scorpionic energy. Let it out. Talk about it. Say it. Look at it. You're digging underneath. Face the demon. Face the skeleton. Put a spotlight on it. This is you maybe finally digging enough to finally have discovered what is it that's bothering you. What is the core problem? What is the central problem? What is going on? And it could be in your workplace. It could be someplace where you're partnering with others, or an industry where you're always clashing. There's a sense here, Leo, of you finally getting it, you finally realizing it, or finally being able to put a spotlight on what is really infecting this process, what is really infecting this system. This is calling out those things that people have attempted to bury. This is Phoenix energy. I know it's peacock, but it's relative to Phoenix energy, which is also scorpionic energy. Taking something that was pushed down under and finally being able to speak about it. So this could be a cathartic energy for you as well, Leo. Finally being able to talk about things that are really harming you, really hurting you, and in doing so, compromising your life, your systems, and your functionality. More Scorpio energy. Time for a change. Time for a deep dive. Talk about it. Now, if you are in a relationship with a Scorpio in particular, this is huge. But either way, there's a sense of needing to go down underneath. And this is definitely down deep. About love, about how you want to be loved, how you share love, how you feel love and participate in love. This is really Venetian energy, Venus energy, the sense of how do you give and receive love? What do you need? Understanding what it is that you need and finally discovering it and finally being able to share it instead of being ashamed of it or not wanting to face it yourself. This also has something to do with relationships, figuring out, and because this is Libra energy. So figuring out and discussing what could be the problems and what's going on between the two of you if you're in a full-time relationship. There is a sense of something has been bothering you, something has been not feeling right. You've had less confidence in yourself than you normally do. Because there's this conflict. And you're not sure why. And now you're discovering why. Interesting. Freedom is yours. Another 6. And I have 666 here. You're going one step beyond. Is that it's excess. It's too much. What are you doing excessively that is causing a break or a rift between you and your partner? You don't have to do everything by yourself. You're not supposed to do all the work by yourself, Leo. You're supposed to let somebody help you. This is Aquarian energy. 3 plus 3 is 6. It's almost like this fierce determination and sense of, I'm out here all by myself. I'm out here all on my own, the lone wolf. The lone wolf is almost like an arm that's been severed from a body. The wolf actually needs its pack. And there's a sense of, but some sort of injury or wound or disappointment in what you discovered has severed you from this family or this industry or this group that should be feeding you, should be helping you, right? And it may be just the truth, because this is Aquarian energy, of you charging ahead and setting yourself free or running ahead of everybody else because you understand or know or have knowledge of some facts. It's not necessarily good for you though. Transformation is beautiful. 11, you awakened, understanding, seeing and having knowledge that other people can't see because you're flying and hovering above it as opposed to drilling in the thick of it. There's a sense of having that objective perspective, and that's why you can see things. There's also a sense of finding your tribe, spreading your wings and realizing that you do have to let go of the past because you're not that caterpillar anymore. The people that you're going to fit in with are different. Maybe you're having a hard time letting them go. This old group you've tried, because Leos, you're so loyal. And there's this hard sense of loyalty that sometimes you give loyalty where it does not deserve, where it's not deserved. So there's a sense of liberating yourself from these loyalty obligations and finding a soul tribe elsewhere. You are never alone. More 4 plus 2, more 6 energy. This all has to do with partnership, coming together. I think you're being pulled into a different group. I think you're being pulled into a different direction. Something is healing, something is happening, something is becoming healthier, maybe in an area that you had to stay away from, but now it's constructing and building itself. But there is a sense of wherever you thought you were aligned, it's changing. This is the call of family, of true love, of you not having to go down this road alone, but finding the people that you belong to. This is also a sense of if you've been having some health issues, finally getting answers, finally discovering what it is that is causing the problem. And it could have something to do with nutrition. Believe in yourself. Something has really jarred your confidence. It's made you pause and hesitate and think, do I really want to go down this path? Is this really the direction for me? Or this is a sense of feeling uprooted from the people and places that you love so much. This is feeling, I think there's a lot of heartbreak here. There's a lot of disappointment. Maybe in that you feel like you've done too much alone and that you didn't get enough help. Tend to the small things and Spirit has your back. Both of them coming out, but tend to the small things comes out as the end of your central, or this central line. Something has been building for a while. There's been just this tension and this infestation that's been building. You've been struggling with the people that are surrounding you. And there's been tension, there's been dissonance between you. And you just are right now at this point thinking, I just have to leave. I have to uproot myself because this foundation is compromised. There's a bunch of holes in it. And the only way that I can move forward is by finding a place where that isn't compromised. Because there's really nothing that I can do. It's like finally learning that underneath, what's happening underneath, finally discovering the issues, and they're insurmountable issues. They're issues that you can't just drill into and fill up. There's a sense of this whole ground is compromised. I need to find something or some group that's totally new. I have to find something totally different. But I don't think you're going to go through this alone. I think you do have support from maybe one very specific person, but there is partnership here. So you will not be, could be your spouse, could be your best friend, but the rest of the world got to go. Spirit has your back, Leo. 2 + 5. Change in the way that you do things and allowing yourself to change the way that you do things. In other words, this is your part of your grounding energy, Leo. Changing the rules. That's what you're changing. There is a little bit of melancholy here because who you thought would support you has disappointed you. A lot has come out. Time to collaborate, but it's upside down. So you're breaking out of whatever you were whatever partnership you were doing, you're breaking out of. Yeah, you're starting in a totally new direction from what it is that you had established because you're clashing with the people that you work with, and that's the primary inspiration for you to get out and leave. Learn from the past. You picked up a lot from the situation that you were in. You stayed in this situation for a very long time. You gave it plenty of time to try to work out, and you basically realized you can't make it work out. It's just a bad combination. It's not that either side is right or wrong, or either side isn't trying. It's that there's just no compatibility. And then you have now is a lucky time. So this is a good time. It's almost like you're fortunate to realize it. You may not, I don't think you feel it, because that's what I'm feeling. You don't feel fortunate right now, Leo. That's the last thing that you feel. But I can tell you right now, this is a blessing because you were supposed to be going in this other direction. There's a whole new group that you're supposed to belong to. Something about, and it could be a past group, a group or a family or a person that you had known from the past, and they're the last person that you would expect that you actually belong being with, But there is a sense here, Leo, that that's either your relationship with them is impacting where you're headed in the future, or they're actually going to come back around and be part of the future. This is things are happening rapidly and that your resources are increasing very quickly. So there is a sense of being very particular. That's what it is. As you continue to build abundance in your life, Leo, because you are building abundance in your life and you are spreading your wings and being noticed and transforming yourself and maybe even your industry or your life, you're transforming your life, you're going to notice that things start to creep out. That's what it is. People are starting to creep out from all areas that you didn't even know they were in to try to come and get a piece, or to try to like just come back into your life at this time where you know it's a crossroads and you have to make the transition. And it's making it harder for you. It's making you not trusting. Hold on, let me flip the camera so you can review the energies with me. Whew. So here's your grounding energy, a nice energy, a 4-card spread, and 4 is a nice solid number. You know, this reading is really, hold on. Let's just review. Crowning your energy. You have been working really hard in the wrong place. Applying yourself to an industry, a family, a partnership that was not meant to last a long time. That reality is coming out now. It's being understood. As you change, and who you are changes. And who you align yourself with, most especially. Who you determine as a good partner, a good team, changing. Because for so long, everybody that you tried to make things work out with, it didn't work out. They didn't feel the same way as you. They didn't speak the same way as you. They didn't speak the same language. They didn't really get you, and therefore nothing that you did really took root. And it was building. I think you accumulated a lot of false friends, or, you know, friends, a lot of friends that maybe not false, but not useful. This is that sense of redefining the rules, turning things on and upending things, maybe putting the pieces together of why things didn't work from the past, or what people's real intentions were for you from the past, in the past, and basically deciding to change everything, to change the rules based on what you learned while you were trying to be and participate in the rules. It's a good time to do it, because you have the support as well as the ability to remain objective and see which direction is really smart to go in. It's like applying an objective mind to this situation. This is, I feel, honest to God, like you tried to do everything by yourself for a very long time. And now you're finally allowing your partner, or taking on a partner, or allowing your partner to help you. This is Taurus energy. 2 big signs here: Leo, Scorpio, Leo, Libra, and Leo, Taurus. So multiple pairings. But this is like finally allowing the relationship or a partnership, finally realizing you need it. Or seeing how it's the ones that you have now are dysfunctioning. That you've made, that in terms of partnership, something is seeing what's not working out. And it may, that's what the issue is. It's building more and more, Leo. There's more and more tension of between the two of you if you are in a long-term partnership. It's like there's more tension, and it just keeps building. It's not getting any better. You're trying to figure out why it's there. I think there was a lot of pent up. It's been building for a while. And a change has to be made. I'm not saying necessarily divorce, but there is a sense of something's got to give. And it comes from the inside, the two of you. This is you changing how you see things, how you talk to people. That's what has to give. Let's go into this tarot card spread. I want to grab out some details, and then of course your romance reading is going to be there too. Leo, link is in the description box below.